will discuss what is indexing. So indexing mechanism is used to speed up access to the desired data. So basically our target is to minimize the input output cost, the time taken to transfer the block from secondary memory to main memory, that we want to reduce. So in order to reduce that, we will like to transfer least number of blocks from secondary memory to main memory. So this is how indexing can help in accessing the data efficiently. So in order to discuss indexing, before going into the technical terms, first I will tell you how we use indexing in our daily life. So suppose I have a book in which 1000 pages are there, and I am looking for a topic normalization. So in the best case, I will find the topic normalization on the very first page, and in the worst case, I will find the normalization topic on page number 1000. So what we will do, in order to avoid the situation, in order to avoid the worst case, we will prepare index table in the beginning of the book. So index table is usually 3 to 5 pages of index table, which can help you find the required topic efficiently. So if I want to read normalization topic, I will simply refer the index page of the book. From there I can get the page number, and I will go to that page number and I will read the normalization topic from that page. Again, let's take another example, author catalog and library. Suppose you go to your college library and there are 10,000 books, but you are looking for a database book which is written by Navathe. So in the best case, you will find the database book written by Navathe in the first go, but in the worst case, the 10,000th book will be the desired book. So in order to avoid that situation, what happens? The librarian maintains a author catalog in the library. So whenever you are looking for a particular book, you will go to the particular department, then you will refer the author catalog and you will get the desired book. So this is how we use indexing in our daily life. So in the similar manner, indexing is used in databases also in order to minimize the input output cost and in order to fetch the desired data in an efficient manner. So indexing mechanism is used to speed up the process, to speed up the access to desired data. Indexing mechanism is used to speed up access to desired data. The index is usually specified on one field of the file. So index table is nothing but it is a table in itself. So index table will be having 2 columns. Any database file will maintain an index table, and in index table will be having 2 columns. One will be search key or key column, and second column is block pointer. So the index is usually specified in one field of the file. So whatever field you want to choose from the table, you can make that field a search key in the index table, and the respected block pointer will be stored in the second column. So we will discuss the structure of index table. So see, here we have a structure of an index. So an index is a 2 column table. The first column is search key and the second column is data reference. Search key attribute will contain the values that are stored in the table, and the data reference will contain the pointer to a particular block. See, here we can see how indexes are literally used in database type. See, in this slide we will see how index table is stored in database. So this is my data file. Here 2 blocks have been used. Block 1, here 2 blocks have been used. This is block 1 and this is block 2 of the hard disk. So my data file is having the record registration number, name, program and age. These are the records that I have stored in the secondary memory. So 2 records in this block and 3 records in block 2. Now we will maintain a index table for this data file. So index table, as we discussed, index table will be having a search key and it will be having a pointer field. So we have created registration number as primary key. So registration number is created as primary key. So if it is a primary key, that means the value will be unique. So we kept the registration number field as our search key. The registration number attribute that we declared as primary key, that same attribute we have used as search key in the index table. So in the next field we will be storing the pointer to the blocks, like this address points to block number 1 and this address points to block number 2. So for each block we have made one single entry in the index table. Now suppose if I am looking for the data record where the name of the student is Ram, simply I will access this block and I will fetch the data from this block, and only this block will be transferred from secondary memory to the main memory. We don't need to access the second block. Now suppose I am looking for a record with the student name Tom. Now Tom, the required record is available in the second block. So we don't need to transfer this block to the main memory. We will simply transfer the second block to the main memory. Thus we are minimizing the input output cost, which is the objective of indexing. So indexing wants us to transfer less number of blocks from secondary memory to the main memory so that the query processing will be faster. So we have different types of index: primary index, clustering and secondary index. Again, primary index is having two variation, dense and sparse. So we will discuss each index in detail one by one. Now which index to be used in which situation, for that we need to follow a matrix. So this is the index matrix we have. PI stands for primary index, CI stands for clustered index and SI stands for secondary index. So here we have ordered, unordered, key and non-key. So we have different combinations whenever we create any database file. Ordered means the database file is sorted in ascending order or in descending order or not. Unordered means it is not sorted. Key means the database file is having unique values in it, some key value is there. And non-key means there is no unique values in the database file. So based on the combination of whether the file is ordered or unordered, or whether the file is having key values in it or not, we can use different index in different situation. So whenever the data is ordered and it is having key value, that means the data is sorted as well as the data is having unique values. For example, if the book number is 1, 2, 3, 91, 102, 105. So in this situation you see the data is ordered and also the data is unique, no value is repeating itself. So in such situations we should always use primary index. When the data is ordered and the data is having key value, we will use primary index. In the second situation, when the data is ordered and the data is having non-key values, that means the data is sorted, but the data is not having unique values. For example, 1, 1, 2, 2, 24, 24, 24, 56, 97, 97. So see, in this situation, the data is ordered in ascending order, but it is not having unique values because the data values are repeating itself. So in this situation, whenever the data is ordered and the value is non-key, clustered index is used. Okay. Now, next, if the data is unordered but it is having key values, that means, for example, 7, 9, 1, 5, 3, 2. So in this situation, you see the data is not in order, but the values are unique. So in that situation, we will use secondary index. Again, if the data is unordered and it is not having any unique values, in that case also we will use secondary index. For example, 7, 7, 9, 9, 1, 5, 5, 3, 3, 2. So here we can see that the data is not ordered and it is also not having the unique values. So in this situation also we will be using secondary index. So whenever you are creating index for your database file, you have to keep this index matrix in your mind, and you need to remember this combination, that for what combination of data which index has to be used.